here's what we did at Conroe ISD. The book issue started to come up and we immediately went to work on these things. And I will also tell you that this is just Skeeter talking. I don't believe there's anything more precious in this world than a child. There's nothing more precious in the eyes of God, and there's certainly nothing more precious to me than children. And to make people believe that I do not want to protect the sanctity of a child is reckless. It's political and it's reckless. We had issues in Conroe ISD. I will tell you, as a school board member, we're interested in balancing the budget, hiring and firing a superintendent, policy and procedure, all of those things. These book issues started coming to our attention, and we immediately got to work. We said, well, what is our current policy? Yes, ma'am, we did. What is our current policy? How can we enforce it? So we started enforcing our current policy. That removed quite a few books. We also put safeguards in for books that are being donated. And we also put safeguards in when publishers had their own ability to replace books. Whenever they ran out of stock, they were able to substitute a book without us even knowing about it. So we had to find out what's going on and put those things in place. Then we tried to determine, well, we need to strengthen our own policy. We did strengthen our own policy back in October of last year. It was not the Katie policy, because the Katie policy has thousands of dollars in legal fees because they didn't do it right, and they had to change it again. Also, HB 900, which was coming out, which we appreciate and we want to follow, was not fully, we didn't understand everything about it. In other words, it had been written, but it had not been translated just yet. So we said, well, let's wait to change our policy until we have all of the facts. That's how I operate. I want all of the facts, so we do this and we do it right, and we only have to do it one time. We changed that policy in October of this last year. And I will tell you, since then, we haven't had any book challenges. In that policy, we made sure that the parents were involved in any type of challenge. Parents in our district that have kids in the district. Someone wants to challenge a book, they can challenge the book, and it goes before a committee of parents. The parents read the book, and then they get together and they determine if the book needs to be removed or not. And if it doesn't, if it's not removed, then the person challenging it can then take it to the board, and the board can determine. We've had one book challenge since this has happened, and that book was it was met by the family, the parents in the district, and the parents in the district said the book is fine, and the person dropped it. We also have that ability in this policy that if a school board member says, no, I still don't agree with that, I want to challenge it, they have the ability to do so. That book has not been challenged by anyone. As a matter of fact, there is a group called Citizens Defending Freedom, which their whole purpose is to safeguard children and youth from inappropriate books. And I wholeheartedly support this organization. And their attorney at law says to me, sends me an email, Skeeter, thank you for ensuring that harmful books are taken out of access for children. I know the process is not as simple as we might want it to be. We might want to make it seem for some of those books, because you have to balance between what is literary and protected by the First Amendment and what is obscene. Done wrong, you can face a federal lawsuit, and done right, you protect our children. I don't envy your job. As the school board president, I took on that job and I fixed this problem, and we are continuing to comb through our books to make sure that these things are not taken care of. And it would be nice if the state rep would get behind and support us in these efforts instead of attacking and painting pictures that we are for putting pornography in front of kids.
No one's
It's just not
accusing you
true.
of doing that.